Good morning everyone, myself Raju KJ. I have completed BE in Information Science in STJIT Ranibennur in 2008, MTech in Computer Science in 2014, Bapuji Institute of Technology. In 2010, I joined as a lecturer in DS Dinakar National Polytechnic. From the 2019, I left and joined as a software engineer in Evolving Systems. Currently, I am started the journey with the Sai Jaini Academy as a guest lecturer for the computer science department. So, I am handling as a data structure using C. So, let's start the data structure using C. The question number first start with 121. The question is, which data structure is used for implementing postfix evaluation? See, the postfix evaluation, this is one of the application of stack. So, application of the stack, when we talk about the application of the stack, first is recursion. Recursion is one of the application of the stack, and second is evaluation of the postfix expressions, and the third is solving the towers of Anai problem. So, there is a most important problem type in a data structure that will be solved by using a stack. So, the options are queue, stack, array and list. See, in case of queue, the elements are inserting at the rear end and deleting at the front end. So, the evaluation of the postfix expression is not possible. Then the array is just like as an elements are stored one after the another. So, it is look like as an infix expression type. So, there is not possible to use the array. And the list is also same as array type. There also elements are stored one after the another, either it may be sorted or it may be unsorted. So, it is also not possible to use to evaluate the postfix expression. The answer is stack. The stack is only a type which insert the element at the top end and delete the element at the same top end itself. So, the insertion of the, for example, evaluation of the postfix expression. Let's take a small example. Postfix expressions are AB plus. It is a postfix expression. Why it is a postfix expression is the operands appears before the operator. Before the operator, the operands are appears. So, that's why it is called as a postfix. The operator is at the last. So, this is a postfix expression. So, when we want to evaluate this expression, if using a stack, the first element A is inserting at the top of the stack. When we get as a second element, we check that is it a operator or the operand. If it is an operand, again it is inserted into an stack top. Next, the third element is the operator. When we get an operator, we pop all the top two operands from the stack. So, next is an B is a popped and also A is popped, and the operator we get is a plus. Then perform the operation as A plus B. So, this is an evaluation of the postfix expression. The correct answer is a stack. Next, move on to a second question. The second question is the type of expression in which operator succeeds its operands is. See, operator succeeds operands. See, operators comes after the operands. After the operands means operator comes after the operands. Then the correct answer is the postfix, because in case of infix, A plus B is the infix expression. In case of the prefix, plus AB is the prefix expression. Postfix is AB plus. Then the correct answer is postfix, because the operators comes after the operands. In case of infix, the operator exists in between the operands. In case of prefix, the operator comes before the operands. So the correct answer is the postfix. Not even both A and B is not the correct answer. (123) on non-primitive data structure, use those which define set of the options are stack element, vectors, derived element, non-derived elements. So this is a DCET 2018 question. Question number is 123. Let's we talk about as an first data structure, primitive and non-primitive data types. The data structures has two types of data types. One is the primitive and another one is a non-primitive. Primitive data types are built-in data types. In case of C program, built-in data types are int, float, character, double and wide. These are the already exist. It is given by the C program. We are just using to define our own variables by using these data types. Comes to as a non-primitive data types. In case of non-primitive data types, again there is a two different types. One is linear and another one is non-linear data structure. Linear data structure are the non-primitive data structures are the derived data types from the basic data types. So these data types can define by using a basic data types. Basic data types are the int, float, character, double and wide. So having two different types, linear and non-linear. The linear data types which use basic data keywords, data types keywords to define a list of elements. So for example, stack, arrays, queues, these are the derived data types. And linear, why it is called linear means the elements which are stored one after the another. Either you go for a stack, either you go for as a queue, the elements are stored one after the another. So that's why it is called as a linear data structure. So linear non-primitive data structure. So non-linear data structure. So when you call it as a non-linear data structure, the elements which are also derived from the basic data types, basic data type which are derived from the basic data type, but they are not stored one after the another in the memory location. So means what? If a element which is stored in a memory location of 100, the second element which may stored some other way, some other location, either it may be 1000 or 2000. So there is a mechanism to travel these by using another field called as a link field from one element to another element, that is a pointer. So second element to some other element. So like this, the elements may stored in different location, not in the continuous location. That is called as a non-linear, non-primitive data structures. So examples are trees, linked list, linked list. So comes to as a question, the options are stack element, vectors, derived elements, non-derived elements. See here, non-primitive. When it comes to as a non-primitive, the two options we are highlighting here is derived elements and non-derived element, because the non-primitive data types which comes from basic element, basic data types, so it is called as an derived elements. The correct answer is derived element. The non-primitive data structure used to which defines a set of derived elements, because we don't have any other data types for the non-primitive. We should depends on the basic types. From the basic type we are deriving the our own data types called as an arrays, vectors, or comes to as a list or a linked list, trees. These are all comes from the basic data type, but the thing is the alignment, the element alignments in the memory location either continuous or it may be one location to another location, some mechanism to point from one location to another location we are using, that is called as a list. So these are the information about data structure. Data structure is divided into two categories, primitive and non-primitive. Primitives are the basic data types and non-primitive means again two types. One is the linear data structure and another one is a non-linear data structure. Linear means elements are stored one after the another from the consecutive memory locations. So in case of non-linear, one element is stored in a location called as an 100 and the second element may or may not stored in a 2000 or some other memory location. So this is not as a continuous location in the memory. Okay, the next question 124, the process of inserting an element into the stack is called. So stack and queues are the two a special data structure in which the elements are inserting and deleting in a special order. So in case of a stack, the elements are inserted in and deleted, elements are inserted and deleted in last in first out order, means which are the element inserting at the last, we are deleting at first. So it is called as a last in first order. In case of queue, the elements are inserted and deleting in the order called as an first in first out. Which is the element inserting at first, that element is deleting first. Just like as an in case of standing a queue for the ticket. So who is standing at first? Who is taking the ticket and going out of the queue. So element is deleting, first element is deleting. In case of a stack, in our home, placing a plates one after the another means a last plate which are we placing, we are taking the first. So this is of example for the stack and queue operation. So these operations are called as an push and pop. The element inserting is called as a push operation and the element is deleting from the data structure is called the pop operation. So the correct answer is push. The next question 125, the empty condition is called. So I will just talk about the element insertion and deletion, that is called the stack operations. So whenever we performing the operation on the stack, we need to check some conditions. Whenever we perform the pop operation on the stack, we need to check some condition. Which are those? Any stack or any queue which have some limitation, means the size is fixed. So then what happens in the case of size is fixed as a 5 and we have 5 element, size is fixed as an 5 and we have as an 5 element. The top most element is 5. What happens? When we try to insert the next element 6 into the stack, there is no any space. Then this condition is called as an overflow. We have a cup with fill of water. When we try to add some more water inside the cup, what happens? The water will overflow from the cup. So same thing, when we try to insert the element, if the stack is full or when the queue is full, that condition is called overflow. Then in case of pop operation, when we try to remove the element, if the queue or if the stack is empty, then what happens? it condition is called as an underflow. So if there is no element, then you are trying to remove the element, means you are going out of the initial condition of the stack and initial condition of the queue. That condition is called as an underflow. We need to check about this overflow and underflow. Before inserting the element, we need to check overflow. Before deleting the element, we need to check underflow. So the question is, empty stack condition is called, it is not, we are not performing any operation, means the correct answer is the underflow, and the option underflow is not correct. Overflow is not correct. Garbage collection, it is also not correct. The empty collection, the stack is empty, then it is an empty collection. Then what about the garbage collection? So the garbage collection, in which when we declared some variables, we are allocated some memory but never used in our program, that we need to free up. In the case of dynamic memory allocation, that memory is called as an garbage collection. So variables are a classes which having memory locations, but we are not trying to using throughout our program, then it is called as a garbage collection.